This is the third stage of our journey through the great voices of progressive rock, and many of the chosen names emerged from the suggestions you left in the comments of previous videos. 10 incredibly talented progressive rock vocalists.
Roger Hodgson is remembered for his high-pitched, sweet, and almost celestial voice, creating a striking contrast with Supertramp's elaborate arrangements. His crystalline and emotive falsetto helped define the band's sound in tracks like The Logical Song and Give a Little Bit, where his delivery proves delicate and unforgettable. Hodgson sings as if dialoguing directly with the listener's essence, with a youthful purity that remains touching over time. His voice shifts between joy and melancholy with lightness and honesty. The other half of Supertramp's vocal identity goes by the name of Rick Davies. With a full-bodied timbre heavily influenced by the blues, Rick Davies was the perfect counterpoint to Hodgson's lightness. His voice carried harmonic richness and a reflective character, bringing depth to the lyrics and intensity to the interpretations. Davies possessed a robust vocal style, ideal for songs like Goodbye Stranger and Bloody Well Right, where his presence was direct and striking. His solid and authoritative interpretive strength was a fundamental piece in the duality that made Supertramp's sound so unforgettable. His passing in September 2025 represented a great loss for music, but his legacy remains alive in every song he helped immortalize.
Heaven from hell, blue sky.
David Gilmour stands out for his smooth and emotion-filled voice, fitting flawlessly with his guitar's atmospheric solos. His introspective and velvety timbre conveys a rare sincerity, giving strength to Pink Floyd's existential lyrics, especially in songs like Comfortably Numb and Wish You Were Here, where his interpretation takes on an almost hypnotic character. One of his greatest virtues is communicating emotional depth without resorting to excess. Gilmour doesn't rely on technical exhibitionism. His restrained delivery, combined with authenticity, is enough to reach the listener in a direct and intimate way, making every verse deeply memorable.
A butterfly with broken wings is falling by your side.
Owner of a powerful, lyrical, and immediately recognizable voice, Demis Roussos was a true tenor within progressive rock. His natural vibrato and dramaticity gave Aphrodite's Child's music a singular intensity, especially in works like 666, where his performance borders on the theatrical without losing its essence. Roussos possessed a remarkable vocal range and moved with ease between melancholic and grand moments. His sonic signature remains so striking that even decades later it stays evocative and instantly identifiable.
Without chilling, nothing without a woman on. La tua follia, I tuoi sogni, la real.
Bernardo Lanzetti brought an intense and theatrical voice to Italian progressive rock. His raspy timbre, combined with an interpretation that mixes the drama of opera with the urgency of rock, highlighted his work in both ACQUA Fragile and Premiata Forneria Marconi, bringing energy and strength to the compositions. His His ability to alternate between softness and emotional explosions made him a versatile and passionate singer. Lanzetti didn't just interpret melodies, he lived every word, transforming songs into complete emotional experiences.
Be sure to also check out the list of 10 incredibly technical hard rock vocalists. We're curious to know your opinion on that video. Click on the card appearing at the top of your screen. Subscribe to the channel to have your comments answered with priority by our team. And don't forget to turn on notifications to be alerted of news before everyone else.
Richard Sinclair has one of the most peculiar voices in British progressive rock. His warm, colloquial, and almost spoken tone brought personality to the subtle lyrics and dreamy atmospheres of Caravan and Hatfield in the North. His interpretation navigated complex melodies with impressive naturalness. When he joined Camel, he added a light and pastoral lyricism to the band's more instrumental sound. Sinclair sang like someone reliving distant memories with a slight smile, combining refined humor, melancholy, and that typically British charm.
Wyatt figures among the most unique vocalists in progressive rock, with a voice that unites delicacy, sadness, and an almost childlike fragility. His singular timbre, added to the ability to alternate between falsettos and lower registers, gives his interpretations a dreamlike and deeply human aspect. Even after the accident that left him paraplegic, Wyatt continued to explore his voice with boldness and creativity, converting limitations into artistic expression. His delivery is simultaneously intimate and experimental, making every phrase sound like a poetic confession from another dimension.
Roger Chapman possesses one of the most eccentric and recognizable voices in progressive rock. His tremolo vibrato, intense and almost wild, became a signature, giving Family a unique sonic identity. Even with an unconventional style, Chapman demonstrated absolute mastery of vocal control, balancing brute force and expressive subtlety. His interpretation carried a spontaneous energy that made every performance feel alive, urgent, and unpredictable.
I've been kind of sneaky to get you alone, but you
Klaus Blasquiz was more than just a simple vocalist. He acted as a true human instrument within MAGMA's complex sonic machinery. His powerful, rhythmic, and percussive voice served as an extension of the drums, creating unique textures through the Cobayan language. Blasquiz combined impeccable technique with intense expressiveness, transforming syllables into pure emotion. He didn't just sing, he conducted, invoked, and commanded. His role in MAGMA has something ritualistic about it, like a guide through sonic experiences from another universe. Frank Bornemann is a vocalist whose voice became an inseparable part of ELOY's spacey and poetic atmosphere. His smooth, sometimes whispered timbre conveys mystery and contemplation, fitting perfectly into the band's soundscapes. Although not a technical virtuoso, Bornemann sings with authenticity and always for the sake of the music. His voice takes on a narrative and almost cinematic character, leading the listener through cosmic journeys with sensitivity and purpose.
Hearing out of night I cry, the star, the fight, it's the most precious thing.
This was part 3 of our series dedicated to incredibly talented progressive rock vocalists, another selection of names that helped prove that the voice plays a central role in such a creative genre. If you know other singers who deserve a spot in part 4, leave them in the comments. We remain attentive to your suggestions to continue building this list together. And if you like the content, leave a like, share it with those who appreciate progressive rock, subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a member to further support this work. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time.